Hey Ryan,
What's up, Josh?
man, what are we doing tonight?
Well, tonight, YouTube, we are having a movie night here at Josh's nice apartment. And what are we watching tonight, Josh?
Man, we're gonna be watching The Gentleman.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, man, some
What's
Guy
it about?
Ritchie. I think it's about the gentleman. I don't know. It's some
Okay.
sort of gentleman. Who is this gentleman? We will figure it out.
I'm excited. So this is one of your hold on. This is one of your favorite movies, Josh? You
Yeah,
said?
so I've seen this film, and Ryan, I've been wanting to show this one to you because I think it's that good. We were considering The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which, funny enough, for me being a Guy Ritchie lover, you would think I've seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E., but I haven't, and neither has Ryan. And so maybe on a different movie day here, we'll watch The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
But as for tonight, I wanted to show Ryan what I consider to be Guy Ritchie's best film. Now, I'm not saying that means that there isn't classics in Guy Ritchie's discography, but if you were to ask me personally, The Gentleman is the film that just sticks with me the most.
Not Aladdin?
Oh gosh.
I
Dude,
just guys,
Guy
I just revealed to Josh that
Oh, gosh.
Guy
No,
Ritchie
that's
directed
AI.
the live action
That's-
Aladdin.
That's AI.
That's AI.
That's the Mandela effect. I don't believe that Guy Ritchie actually directed Aladdin. I can't imagine. The only way that Guy Ritchie would ever direct Aladdin is if this was the conversation. Oh, wait. You want to pay us? You want to pay me how much money? Oh yeah. Of course I'll direct the live action Aladdin film. It's like I can't imagine Guy Ritchie directing that film at all. That's crazy. Ryan, are you sure? I don't think he's even telling me the
I
truth.
mean,
right
that's
now.
what the credits at the beginning said.
Oh, I think that's got to be a different.
When
Guy
Will
Ritchie.
Smith was singing.
It's got to be a different Guy Ritchie. I don't think that's Guy Ritchie.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I'm excited, Josh. I have actually heard of this film.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get it started. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we'll give our reviews after, so we'll see you then. All right, so we just finished The Gentleman.
Yes.
Josh, you explain why this film is so phenomenal in your opinion.
Yeah. So for me, this film is everything I like about movies. So just to kind of give some background about me, I'm very big on movies that are very sharp with the dialogue and films that develop out the characters in a very cheeky and sharp way. Like they're not just telling you up front from the get-go like who these people are, and like maybe they tell you some supporting details, but they don't really tell you their motivations. They get you to their motivations. You learn about that throughout the movie. And something about The Gentleman is like, yeah, he does. Hugh Grant, who's playing in this role as Fletcher, is telling you a lot about all the characters because he's telling it like it's a screenplay of the sort, which is hilarious because the whole thing's a movie, and so there's a lot of just very meta comedy going on with that whole situation, and it culminates into him giving a script to Guy Ritchie at the
Yeah,
end of the
I
movie,
actually loved that
Which
at the
is-
end. That was nuts.
which is awesome because so it just adds to the payoff of that whole deal. But the whole thing is that like the dialogue in this film is stupidly good. Like the script writing is so good. Just like even certain lines, like the Mossad crabs of Michael's operation, and how when they're at the fish market, Mickey comes out. He's like, "Oh, your Mossad. Don't worry about your Mossad crabs. They found a place at the fish home at the fish market." Like, that's such a cheeky line, but so good. Also, the character performances are so strong. Make Matthew McConaughey as Mickey Pearson, Hugh Grant as Fletcher, Charlie Punnam as Raimundo as he Buenos tardes.
I love their accents.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you also have a lot of other good characters in here in the mix. Like Colin Farrell is amazing.
Yeah.
As the coach. And then I would just say the characters are so amazing, and they just get you so interested in what's going to happen to them, even though it's not supposed to be taken that seriously. The film, in a lot of respects, also is just like a very funny film. A lot of the comedy is in the writing, and so I think there's so much to like about this film. It has a lot of charisma, and I'm a big Guy Ritchie man, and if you like Guy Ritchie, you'll really like this film. Also, I think another reason why I've always been driven to dialogue-heavy films is I've always been a Tarantino guy. Always been a Tarantino guy. He's probably my favorite filmmaker outside of Guy Ritchie. And if you know anything about Tarantino, before he was a director, he was a writer. Dude is one of the most talented writers of all time. In fact, he might be the most talented writer of all time. So when it comes down to it with how that plays out to my personal interest when it comes to movies, like for example, The Gentleman, perfect film for me. Film I also saw in theaters recently, Black Bag. I love Black Bag. Very sharp, very witty. So yeah, I love The Gentleman. It's just such a good film. It's you know, it's hard to believe it's an hour and 52 minutes, but you would never feel, you know what I'm saying? You don't feel like that film's an hour and 52 minutes.
No, I did not.
The film just flies by for you. It just goes so smooth.
Yeah, I did not feel the time in this film.
Like, you really don't. And so, kind of going to that whole thing of, like, when I'm watching The Accountant 2, like, we did this review recently, like, you feel that time go by. But when you're watching a film and it's really good, and the dialogue's really good, and the characters are getting developed, you shouldn't feel it. You shouldn't even be thinking about, like, dang, what time? You know what I'm saying? Like, what time is it? But it's good. It's good. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right.
Ryan, we just got done watching The Gentleman.
Yes.
It's a film I've seen a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the TV series as well. But this is your first time seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we all want to know, what is Ryan's thoughts on this film?
So, I enjoyed this film a lot more than I thought I was going to. Come the end. Like, midway through the movie, I was talking to Josh and I'm like, I'm not sure what I think about this. This is like really fun and entertaining, but for me, I need a supportable character who's doing something good. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, the accountant, yeah, he's taking the law into his own hands and everything, and he gets his money or payment in terrible ways, but he's also like using that money to help children in need, right? But there's not really any character like that in this film. But come the end, like you said, Josh, this is just a crazy situation that's just fun to watch. All the characters, like you said, the dialogue was really entertaining. You're a very dialogue heavy person. For me, I need more than just dialogue. I need some action or something. Yeah. For me. Now the dialogue was very entertaining, but for me, I would like something more. So I think overall I would give it a 6 or a 7, because for a movie to be an 8, 9, or a 10 out of 10 for me, it has to pop. It has to have some supportable characters, some powerful emotions, some good lesson.
Got you.
For me, that's just my taste in movies.
I got you.
So that's why I give the film, I'm going to give it a 6.5. A 6.5. Because I would not rewatch this film on my own. It's not a film I would buy and put it in my collection and rewatch. I would love to rewatch this film with you, Josh, or the group.
Oh, yeah.
But just not completely my taste in films, but definitely very enjoyable. I definitely had a good time watching it. Like, come the end, I love the ending. That was just so crazy. Like, that was so meta, like you were saying. Like, him bitching that whole story to Guy Ritchie at the end was just nuts. And this film is just so entertaining and so hilarious, though. But I think that's all I got. What do you think, Josh? Do you approve of that review?
Yeah, I approve. Dude,
it's your opinion. I think for me, like I said, it's top 3. Personally, my personal favorites. But
I understand why you like it, Josh. And
but that's also. But I think a 6.5 is definitely
for what you, especially with how I know how you enjoy films. Like, I think we all have a different way we consume films. That's what makes our dynamic very good.
Yes, that's one reason. Like, I like when we all go see movies together.
Yeah.
Because
for sure,
our friend group has a very diverse set of opinions. This is what I love. Okay. We all view movies differently. We all have different tastes.
Very different.
And that's what I love.
Yeah,
Someone can watch a movie and absolutely love it, and another person can absolutely hate it, right?
Yes. Like,
just hearing the different reasons why, just seeing how different people view films is what's so interesting to me.
Like, you think about the Minecraft movie, like, we're all dumping on that film, but
Nicole is over here like, oh my gosh,
I'm glad she did love it.
And that was amazing. Yeah, and I'm saying that was
great. And I was thinking even about like what I said, I think I saw Sinners in theaters, and I thought Sinners is one of the worst films ever.
Yeah,
because
I'm
I think
not really interested.
because I think it's morally. But I think my disagreement with it is the fact it's morally reprehensible.
Mm-hmm. That's one reason I didn't really want to go see it.
But point being, Nicole went and saw the film.
And Nicole is like, she said she loved
like
the
10
film.
out of
Yeah,
10.
she said
It's like 10 out of 10.
She's
Amazing film.
Yeah.
And so it's just like such that dynamic of having
a difference in the way we view movies.
Yeah. And also, one more thing. Like, come the end when they do the reveal and the twists and everything, that's another thing about this film. It has some really good twists and reveals. And I'm just like, bro, that's so crazy. That's insane. Like, it reminded me kind of, it gave me some Knives Out vibes a little bit.
Right? It
do
does.
You get that?
It does give that vibe, for sure.
So I did enjoy that because Knives Out is one of my favorite movies, and I really enjoyed the twists and reveals in here. Very well done.
Mm-hmm. Is that all you got?
Yeah, anything else, Josh?
No.
Alright, so thank y'all for watching this video. If you've seen The Gentleman, leave your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear them, have a conversation with y'all. I believe our next video is going to be... What, Josh? What film are we reviewing? Here.
Okay.
So
What film are we reviewing next, Josh?
So here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that we have on the horizon. If you're talking about for something that we do here at the apartment, it might be like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., another Guy Ritchie film.
Yeah, that's the film we originally planned to watch tonight.
Yeah, that's what we planned. And I think that would be cool because neither of us have seen that film.
Yes.
But I mean, I kind of want to switch it up with the directors that we're picking.
Mm-hmm.
Even though The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is, like I said, but we'll figure that out. But as far as like the next film on the docket, it's a big one. It's one that you've been looking forward to for a very long time.
Yes.
Ever since I think you heard the announcement, big comic book fan.
I'm a big superhero geek.
We're going to be tapping into Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts asterisk.
Thunderbolts asterisk. Right, the random asterisk. You know, I tell you something really funny about that. The
What?
asterisk at the end of Thunderbolts. Whenever I saw that, I thought it was honestly because it was a working title, and so I thought it's because they were going to change the title of the film. And so the asterisk was like potentially could be changed. So that's what I thought it was for. But as time has gone on, I think it's actually just a part of the film.
I think it's just like a joke, because like you see in the trailers,
Yes.
like Alexi is like, say it.
We are Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and then Bucky's like, we're not calling ourselves that. So I think it's just a joke.
For
but
sure.
Who knows? It could be something else.
I think
there could be more to it.
I think it's definitely that. It becomes that at some point. But I thought for a while, I would be willing to bet it maybe became that after some point. But I think they potentially were thinking about like a different working title for the film.
Maybe. Well, actually, when this film was first announced, they didn't have the asterisks. They added the asterisks, like, I don't know, like a year later.
Maybe it was
after it was announced.
Maybe they did a test screening somewhere, and then they were like, you know, we gotta. Maybe this is the best title for the film. We'll leave it up to the audience, but I think that's gonna be a fun film to go and watch and review. I think the early returns on that film are really good.
Yeah, the early reviews are saying this is a winner for Marvel. This one's really good.
Yeah, and in an era where Marvel is basically just dropping dud after dud after
like what,
dud.
Josh?
Huh?
Like Captain America? No, I actually really enjoyed Captain America. But you didn't.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Brave New World. The sequel. No, but I think it's like, but I'm more so getting at like just the perception-wise of the cultural perception as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's also my enjoyment, but I think the culture perception is that Marvel's been dropping dud after dud post Endgame.
Mostly, yes.
And so it's like, a lot of people would say Shang-Chi is okay, but everybody would basically say The Eternals was a dud. A lot of people would say Black Panther, Wakanda Forever was a dud. A lot of people would say Thor: Love and Thunder was a dud. A lot of people would say
The Marvels.
The Marvels was a dud. Definitely. Oh my gosh, that's like the most forgettable film of all time. I don't even remember when it came out. It probably came out last year. I don't even remember. A lot of people would say Brave New World was a dud. And yeah, you had some greatness sprinkled in there, such as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Volume 3, yes.
Which honestly, you could make a case that's like the best Marvel film ever. legit, it's crazy, right? Like it's in the worst era ever, but it's probably the best Marvel film. But the reason it's the best Marvel film is because it doesn't feel like any of the other Phase 5 films.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's the recipe for success, is not making a film that's like the other films. If they do that, I think that's how you you win. And I mean, James Gunn's a weird director, and so that's why I think that film did so well, because James Gunn is quirky. Anything that James Gunn touches in the comic book universe basically is a success.
I'm looking forward to Superman.
Even though
interested in seeing what he does.
Yeah, for sure. And even though Volume 2 is trash,
I don't think it's trash, but
okay, I like what's the gentleman's name?
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, I like Windu. Is it Windu?
The blue guy?
Yes, what's
Yondu.
Yondu. Wait, Yondu.
Yadonka?
Mace Yondu. Mace Yondu. But he's purple. He's blue instead of purple. But Mace Yondu, who's in the film, my favorite character. Samuel L. Jackson did an amazing job in that. It's funny, that guy in the film, this is so random, but that guy in the film, he plays the character Merle in The Walking Dead, and that's how I always see him, because that's like one of the most memorable characters from The Walking Dead.
You just like associate actors with their like biggest role?
Not even
it's
really,
like,
but like with certain certain actors who aren't like A-listers, like that guy. Dude, he's in that film, and I'm like, dude, that's Merle from The Walking Dead.
You know what?
He's perfect.
You know what my first thought was when I found out Michael Keaton was playing the Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Huh.
I was like, Batman's the Vulture.
Batman's the Vulture. And see, but you know, Marvel's been having duds, but James Gunn obviously had success. I mean, you even think about what he did with Suicide Squad in the DC universe.
I haven't seen the Suicide Squad.
Okay, I'm not talking about the one with Will Smith.
Yeah, no, not that one. I've seen that one. It's okay, but it's.
I'll be real with you. That one is
watch
really
that again.
bad. Actually, I actually think that's one of those boring films. It just doesn't have any substance. Also, the CGI is really bad in that film. But the Suicide Squad revamp, that was like perfect. It's like, man, what a good idea. And so I think
we need to make that a movie night.
Yeah, I think we'll have to talk about.
You know what we actually need to do? We need to go through all the Harry Potter films at some point.
We'll have to go through the Harry Potter films for sure.
That'd be fun.
We'll get to Gay Dumbledore.
No, let's not do the Fantastic Beasts. Let's just skip those.
Where they just canonically change Gumbledore. Gumbledore in the Gumble Hollows.
Okay, I think we're going off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, the point being, Thunderbolts review is on the way.
It's on the way. Yeah. It's on the way, guys.
We're hoping to go see the film, I think, on Saturday.
Yeah, I hope so.
We actually need to tap in to see if the Bourgeois Theater got
the Bourgeois Theater.
We're not going to watch that at Cinemark. I'm sorry.
Even
though I like Cinemark, after going and watching the Minecraft movie at Cinemark, it just made me realize something. If you don't spend the extra money on a good theater, you're getting cooked by the kids.
Yeah, those kids in there were going nuts the whole film.
And I'm not even and you know, me and Ryan also differ in this. I actually like it when the audience kind of has a good reaction, like in the theater. Like, I don't mind when there's noise. Obviously, keep it respectable.
Yes.
Like, don't be crazy.
Well, I don't mind it either. Like,
but that was excessive. It was so excessive during that film.
Yes, I mind excessive. What's the word?
Sure.
Excessive noise. Yes,
Yeah.
like for Endgame, that was awesome.
Oh, see, my crowd never reacted. I'll tell you a film I enjoy. You may tell you what I also really enjoy. I think this is something we've lost a lot with a lot of theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I like going and seeing seeing movies in theaters when it's not that crowded and when I'm by myself. But I really like watching a movie in theaters when there's a big audience there, because I think the audience reaction adds so much to a film.
Yes.
For example, I went and saw Oppenheimer, like the Saturday after it came out.
Did you see Barbie too?
Oh, the Barbenheimer? The Barbenheimer? I didn't do the Barbenheimer.
No.
I refuse to see Barbie movie off principle. Off of principle, to be very blunt with you. That was just like, oh gosh, you want to talk about political films? Barbie is a political film, masquerading as a toy film. But Oppenheimer, on the other hand, that theater was packed out for that film, and dude, like, there are scenes that when I watched it in theaters, like when certain scenes hit, it was like, bruh, there was so much tension in the room. It's like you're just like doing that. That's honestly one of those things I really wish Warfare did a lot better. Or maybe I went and saw it a little bit earlier, sooner to when it came out, because that film would have been crazy to go watch in theaters at that time. If it was like a packed theater for Warfare. So I'm hoping we can get the same result for Thunderbolts. I mean, I don't think Marvel's gonna have any problem packing out a theater. So we'll see what we can find on this one. For sure.
Alright, and then can we do the outro?
Yeah, hit us with that outro, Ryan. I'm gonna block the camera.
So thank y'all for watching. Leave your thoughts about The Gentleman below. If you've seen it, we would love to have a conversation with y'all about it. Thunderbolts review coming soon. Super excited. I guess we'll see y'all in the next video.